Hi everyone, it's Mel here. Hope you're having a great day. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a quick relaxation or emotional balance tip and hack that I use to help me kind of regulate my emotions. So I know that I tell people that I help people recover from years and decades of binge eating and destructive addictions and eating behaviours without using any traditional modalities like tapping, breathing, meditation, dieting or restrictions. However, that is when I help my clients recover rapidly using a unique method to get to the root of the problem. So the root of the binge eating or the destructive behaviors, when you dig that up and you release that, you don't get those urges anymore. And the reason why I'm sharing with you this tip or this exercise today, which is tapping, which is one of those traditional methods to help regulate your emotions, is because you recover from years and decades of binge eating or destructive eating behaviors doesn't mean you'll never have emotions anymore. It means that you can live life with the normal challenges of life, because we are emotional beings, but instead of self-destructive behaviors like binge eating and destructive eating behaviors to cope with those emotions, you have control to do something about it. As opposed to when you have those emotional turbulences, those challenging times in your life, you literally feel like you have no choice but to binge or to do something over exercising or to comfort eat, because you don't feel like there's any other way to cope with those overwhelming emotions. So when you get to the other side, when you're recovered and you have those challenging times in your life, you are then able to use the traditional therapy methods to help you regulate those emotions. However, why am I sharing it anyway? Because if you aren't in the position to get the special the help like I do with my clients, so you're not in the position, or you don't trust me yet, or you're still looking to find that person that you can trust to help you recover rapidly, well, the only choice that you have is to use the traditional methods like tapping, meditating, breathing, and movement and journaling. I don't recommend using restrictions or abstinence, because I believe with the mind, the more that you try to not do something, the more the mind will focus on it. It's just the way it is. So if you can't have or you're not in a position to get the special help to get you out of those binge eating cycles or destructive eating behaviors, whether it's emotional or compulsions, the best thing that you can do is go back to those traditional methods, like I said. So today I'm going to show you a different style of tapping, emotional freedom technique, in other words EFT, because I've been playing around with a few, and this one that I'm about to show you is the most effective for me, because I don't have to keep doing it again and again and again and again. And sometimes when you're really, really stressed, you want to get it done as quick as possible, or you want to get back to that equilibrium where you feel calm within yourself without having those overwhelming feelings as fast as possible. And the funny thing is, this emotional freedom technique, or EFT, takes a little bit longer for the first round, but it's actually quicker because you will not need to do as many rounds as the traditional EFT. If you don't know what EFT is, I suggest that you go onto Google and just search it, or YouTube. They've got tons of videos on how you can do this. But this is the one that I really like to do to help me get over those stumps of life challenges, as you do. Like, we are emotional beings. If we didn't have emotions, we would be like a robot, wouldn't we? Hi Kathy, thank you for watching and thank you for joining me today. Oh, long time no see. So good to see you, hon. So why am I doing this live and why am I inspired to do this is because I have had not a stressful, kind of a incident just happened recently where I felt this pride, you know, like I had to ask someone for help. And I know, especially if you've been suffering from destructive eating behaviours or binge eating, one of the things that I found when I suffered from it for over 2 decades is asking for help, whether it's asking for help because of what I'm suffering, or even just asking for some money, or asking for someone to come over and do something for you, maybe getting groceries for you, like I talked about in the other video. If you haven't got time in your day to prepare, ask someone for help. You'll be surprised how people are just so willing to help you. And I find that every now and again when I do ask for help, there is that sense of pride, and I don't really like asking for help. And it goes back to our childhood, or how we have perceived life in our upbringing, and how sometimes that affects us as adults in our behaviours. Because really, what's wrong with asking for help? But you know, here I am, I still find it difficult to ask for help. And I did ask for help, but it did bring up some old feelings, those uncomfortable feelings, the pressure in my chest, which I know is something that is something there that is just not comfortable with it. So I'm doing this tapping so that I could release that. And you know, like if you hold these negative emotions in your body, just like if you imagine that we are carrying this like invisible rucksack on us, and if we don't release these negative things that we experience as we live life, every single one of those negative emotions is just like a rock, and it's just filling up your rucksack full of these negative emotions. And if you don't keep on top of that by practicing things like movement, journaling, breathing, meditation, going out in nature, going for, you know, like doing fun things, eventually that rucksack of emotions going to weigh you down, and before you know it, you just can't get up. So today I felt that feeling of emotional imbalance, and I feel it in my body. So I'm going to do a live EFT tapping, the style that I really love the most because it's the quickest, with you. And if you like it, I invite you just to experiment with it, because you'll be surprised how quick you can get to that point where I can handle life again. And when you're not stressed, you're not feeling anxious, and you're not feeling that pressure, it also allows your mind to open up. Because as soon as you have that pressure of stress and that emotional tie in your mind, it blocks you from the infinite possibilities of you discovering the answers that you need to heal yourself or to help yourself. Just like if you imagine if you are in an exam and you're there, can you remember actually going back when you were a kid and you were like doing an exam? If you loved exam, great, but I would hazard a guess most of us hated it. And when you were there, you're literally looking at the paper, the words go blurry, you're in a panic, because that's what happens in the mind. You're in this fight flight mode where your mind just wants to fight off an imminent danger. So what's the point of thinking? You just need to fight. And that's what happens when you don't release that stress, you don't get yourself into that calm state. That the more that you panic and you stress and you're feeling really emotional, the more that you're going to feel like you can't think of a way out, because your body's not interested in helping you. It just thinks that you're about to die, so it'll send all this adrenaline in your body. You feel even worse. So now I'm going to show you sorry for the long intro there. So I'm going to start off, and I'm not going to show you like, you know, step by step. It just gives you an idea what to do. You can find lots of YouTube videos on this, but I'm going to run through what I do to help me calm down, and hopefully that will inspire you to find a technique that will help you too. So I just wanted to give you the reasons why that I do it, and the scientific reasons why, and why it's so good to do this until you actually find someone that can really help you to dig deep and to actually remove the real problem. But you only need to do that if you have like a serious problem like binge eating and destructive eating behaviors, because like I said, we are emotional beings and we're going to continue to feel these emotions. But remember that rucksack, as soon as we can release that as soon as possible, the better. So without further ado, I am going to start off with my version of emotional freedom technique. It's not mine, but you know, this is the one that I love the most. So I'm going to be assessing first on how stressed I'm feeling in my body, how this anxiety is feeling overall out of 1 to 10. 1 as in I'm feeling very zen, I'm at peace, I'm like, you know, life is hunky-dory. And 10, I'm having like a heart attack, I can't breathe, I'm like, feel like vomiting, I have this pressure on my chest. So I would say I'm, you know, believe it or not, I'm feeling 7. 7, because I feel that in my chest. And if you've only just joined me, it's because I had to ask for help, and pride is one of the things that, you know, it connects back to my childhood, and the only thing that I can do is do this to release that feeling. So just follow me. Even though I'm feeling really stressed and feel this pain in my chest, I'm choosing to be calm. Even though I'm feeling this pressure in my chest because of my pride, I'm choosing to be calm and know I'm enough. Even though I'm feeling this pride, I'm choosing to be calm. Even though I'm feeling pride and anxious, I'm choosing to be calm and happy. Even though I'm feeling stressed out, I'm choosing to be calm and happy. Even though I'm feeling nauseous, I'm choosing to be calm and content. Even though I'm feeling really anxious, I'm choosing to be calm and love myself. Even though I'm feeling really stressed out, I'm choosing to feel calm and love myself. Even though I'm feeling stressed out, I'm choosing to be calm and love myself. Even though I'm feeling stressed out, I'm choosing to be calm and love myself. Even though I'm feeling really stressed out and judged, I'm choosing to be calm and confident. Even though I'm feeling unworthy, I'm choosing to be worthy and enough. Even though I feel not enough, I'm choosing to be enough and important. Even though I'm feeling really stressed in my chest, I'm choosing to be calm and at peace. Even though I'm feeling sick, I'm choosing to love myself as I am. Even though I'm feeling really stressed, I'm choosing to be worthy. Even though I'm feeling really stressed out and stupid, I'm choosing to be calm and worthy. Even though I'm feeling really silly, I'm choosing to be calm and significant. Even though I'm feeling really stupid, I'm choosing to be calm and confident. Even though I'm feeling unworthy and want to cry, I'm choosing to be confident and see my worth. Even though I feel so small, I'm choosing to be significant. Even though I feel like a failure, I'm choosing to be so worthy and enough. And I'm rating myself now. I'm rating myself, I would say, a definite shift. I would say I'm about a 4. And I don't really want to make this video too long, so I'm going to maybe do one more round and try and get that as close to a 3 or a 2 if I can. But a 3 is better than when I was, you know, like a 6 or a 7, because a 6 or a 7 I felt really, really anxious. But now I feel like, yeah, I can deal with life challenges now. And what happens is when you start feeling like that again, you get back to the level of, you know, calmness. You'll start to have these thoughts that are more positive, ideas in what you can do, instead of being in that panic mode and stressing out and kind of like ruminating over the problem. You'll find that, you know, things are not as hard as it seems. So anyway, so if you have any questions or anything at all that you need help with to overcome years or decades of binge eating or any destructive or compulsive behaviours, just message me on this video and I will do another video based on that question. So until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and until next time, stay strong. Bye bye.